Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to take that stack of sources you've sent over all the articles and guides and really pull out the actionable knowledge you're looking for. Today, we're tackling something we all face, that linguistic challenge of wishing someone a happy birthday or a happy anniversary without just saying the same three words over and over.
We all do it. We get stuck in a rut.
Exactly. And it kind of undercuts the real feeling behind it. So our mission today is pretty simple. We're going to grab 20 of the most interesting, witty, and even romantic alternatives and really get into the context behind them.
And that context is everything, isn't it? I mean, a phrase that works for a huge WhatsApp group is going to sound, well, just bizarre on a formal card.
Completely.
So we've broken these down, categorized them so you know exactly which tool to use and when.
Okay, let's unpack this. First up, the big one, the one everyone deals with every year. We've got 14 ways to refresh the simple happy birthday. So let's start at the far end of the spectrum. The most casual digital age shortcut we found was, of course, just HB.
Right. It doesn't get much shorter than that. It's pretty much just for text, and the sources say it's huge in places like the UK, especially in those massive group chats.
Oh, yeah. The ones where everyone feels like they have to say something?
Exactly. It's the lazy person's way of saying, I remembered. Saves a bit of effort.
I have to admit, I've used it, but what's the risk? I mean, with your best friend, it's a joke.
Yeah.
But a work colleague.
And that's the key point. Using HB is all about social risk. If you have that kind of relationship where, zero effort messages are funny, it works.
It's ironic.
It's ironic, yeah.
Right.
But if the other person doesn't know you that well, it just looks like you couldn't be bothered to type 7 more letters. So maybe use that one with caution.
Good to know. Okay, so let's flip that completely. Let's go from the most casual to something that feels really classic. Many happy returns.
Yes. That's a beautiful one. It feels so timeless. It's the kind of thing you see printed inside a really nice birthday card.
But what does it actually mean? I feel like people just say it.
Well, it's actually a shorter version of many happy returns of the day. You're basically hoping that the person gets to experience this day, their birthday, many, many more times. It's a wish for a long and happy life.
That's really lovely. But it does sound a little formal, doesn't it? Maybe a bit stiff for just a normal conversation.
It can, for sure. And that's why you save it. It's perfect for writing a note to, say, an older relative or signing a formal card at the office. It just has this weight to it,
Right. It elevates the message.
Definitely not for yelling across a bar.
Understood. And then for everything in between, there's the one that's just so versatile. Have a great one.
That's the ultimate utility phrase. The one just stands in for day or birthday.
Because everyone knows the context.
Exactly. It's quick, it's warm, and it just works in almost any informal situation.
Okay, let's move beyond just the functional stuff. I want to get into the phrases that are a bit more elegant, the ones that make the person feel really seen.
These are the more thoughtful ones. A great example is, wishing you a day that is as special as you are.
That's very complimentary.
It is. And notice how we just drop the I am at the beginning, I am wishing you, becomes just wishing you. It's a kind of grammatical shortcut that makes it flow better.
I like that. What about something that uses the birthday imagery?
That brings us to a nice one. Wishing you many more candles to blow. It's such a visual phrase. Since candles mark the years, you're really just hoping they have a very, very long life.
It's a sweet way to say it.
And if you want to give a compliment, especially about how someone looks as they get older, there's always, you're aging like a fine wine.
The classic.
It's more than just saying you look good. It suggests that time is actually improving them, that they're getting better, more interesting with age.
Okay, this is where it gets really fun for me. Let's get into the humor. Sometimes a good laugh is the best gift.
Absolutely.
We found a couple of great ones that play on age. First, the flattering joke, happy 21st.
Yeah, this one only works, of course, if you say it to someone who is clearly not 21.
Right. Like someone in their 40s or 50s.
Exactly. You're pretending they haven't aged a day past that kind of ideal age. They know you're lying, but it's a fun, flattering lie.
And on the flip side, what about the more philosophical joke?
That would be, congratulations, you survived another trip around the sun. It's a bit dry, a bit witty.
I've used that one.
It reframes the whole thing. It's not about cake and parties. It's about the astronomical reality of orbiting the sun for 365 days. Perfect for someone with a bit of a sarcastic streak.
And for someone who just needs an excuse to, have a drink.
For them, you have the simple, direct, happy beer day. It's straightforward, and it gives them permission to, enjoy their favorite thing.
I have to bring this next one up. It's a bit crude, but it's so memorable. Happy Womb Eviction Day.
Slight chuckle, yes. That
Yeah.
one definitely makes an impression. It's a favorite because it's just so blunt and descriptive.
You really need to know your audience for that one, though.
Oh, absolutely. That is for your inner circle only. The friends who appreciate some dark humor, don't send that to your boss.
Definitely not. Okay, so to wrap up the birthday section, what's a good phrase for someone who might be a little sensitive about their age? One that avoids numbers altogether.
A really kind and thoughtful one is, don't count the candles, just enjoy the glow.
I love that.
It's such a great piece of advice. It shifts the focus entirely away from the number, the anxiety about aging, and puts it right back on the celebration, the joy of the moment.
That's a fantastic list for birthdays. Okay, let's pivot to anniversaries. This is so important because the language really splits here, doesn't it? It depends if you're talking to a couple or to your own partner.
Completely different things. So let's start with celebrating other couples, friends, family.
What's a good go-to for them?
Well, when you're talking to a pair, you're kind of validating their relationship. A great one is wishing a perfect pair a perfect day together.
The phrase perfect pair is doing a lot of work there.
It is. It's a huge compliment. You're saying you see them as, made for each other, a perfect match.
And what about for a couple you've known for a really long time?
For them, something like "I always knew you two had something special" is wonderful. It works best for those couples who, had that obvious spark right from the beginning. It says, "I saw it then, and I still see it now."
That feels really personal. I saw one in the sources that was described as a big social honor to receive.
That would be love and cheer to one of our favorite couples.
Why is that such a big deal?
Because being told you're one of someone's favorite couples, that's a high compliment. It means you're not just any couple, you're one they admire and enjoy being around. It puts you in their social top tier.
And what about something simpler that just taps into the idea of celebrating?
For that, you have another year, another reason to celebrate. It's simple, it's universal. We all know people who just love a reason to have a party, and an anniversary is the perfect excuse.
Permission to party.
Exactly. And if you're actually at a party and need to make a toast, a great one is, here's to another year of being great together. Short, sweet, and looks to the future.
Okay, let's make that final shift. Now we're talking about romantic, intimate messages. Just for your own partner.
Right. This is where the language gets much more direct and personal.
And the most direct one seems to be the most powerful. I love you more and more every year.
It's so simple, but it says so much. It's not just that the love is still there, it's that it's growing, it's deepening over time.
I also really like this one that focuses on what you've built together. Here's to X years and X million memories.
Yes, the sources really emphasize this one. The number of years is just a number, but the focus on the memories, that's about your shared history. That's what you're really celebrating.
It's about the content, not just the container.
Well said. And then there's that feeling of surprise, when you look up and think, wow, has it been that long? For that, you have, I can't believe it's been X years already. It's a way of saying time flies when I'm with you.
Okay, now let's get into one that you flagged. It's a phrase I think a lot of us have used as a joke on a card. Thanks for putting up with me for another year. What's the problem? It feels like harmless, self-deprecating humor.
It does, and that's absolutely how it's intended. But this is where looking at the actual words, the semantics, gets really interesting.
Okay.
The phrase "to put up with something." What does that actually mean? It means to tolerate it, to endure something unpleasant.
Like putting up with a noisy neighbor.
Exactly. And so the critique from the sources is, if you're trying to express adoration and love on an anniversary, why choose a phrase that literally means "thanks for enduring me"? It implies that being with you is a hardship.
Huh. I never thought of it that way.
Even as a joke, the undertone is negative. The goal is to celebrate joy, not endurance. It's just a fascinating little nugget about how much our word choice matters, even when we're trying to be funny.
That's a brilliant point. Aim for joy, not survival. Okay, let's finish with the tradition that adds so much history to all of this. The names for milestone anniversaries.
I love this part. The traditional gifts, right? They tell a story about the relationship itself.
So let's start at the beginning. The first anniversary is paper. Why paper?
Well, because in that first year, the relationship is still new. It's fragile. It can be easily torn like paper. It's like the first draft of your story together.
Then the second is cotton.
Right. A bit stronger than paper. Cotton is about comfort, about your lives becoming woven together. It's still soft, but it's more durable.
And then number 3 is leather. That feels like a big step up in strength.
It is. By year 3, you've got leather. It's protective, it's resilient. The relationship has developed a kind of tough outer skin to protect it from the world. You see the progression? Fragility, then comfort, then resilience.
That's a beautiful narrative. Okay, let's jump ahead to some of the bigger milestones.
So as you go on, the materials get stronger and more precious. You have tin for the 10th, which is about preservation. Then you get into the really valuable stuff.
The metals and gems.
It's exactly. Platinum at 20, silver for the big 25th, then ruby at 40, symbolizing that deep, passionate love. Gold at 50 is the ultimate symbol of value and perfection.
And the final one, the huge one, is the 60th.
The 60th is diamond, the hardest substance, symbolizing unbreakable, enduring love.
And that 60th anniversary is considered such a massive achievement, right?
It is. And here's the so what context. In the UK, for example, a couple that reaches their 60th diamond anniversary can actually apply to get a congratulatory card from the monarch.
Wow.
It just shows how culturally significant that level of commitment and endurance is. It's seen as a national achievement worth recognizing at the highest level.
What an incredible deep dive. We've gone from the cheeky HB all the way to royal recognition for a diamond anniversary. You should now have a phrase for pretty much any situation.
I think the biggest takeaway here is that language really, really matters, especially around these milestones. Choosing to say many happy returns or focusing on millions of memories, it adds a layer of thoughtfulness that happy birthday just doesn't have.
So what does this all mean for you? It means you've got this richer toolkit now. You can really tailor what you say to the person, to the relationship, and show that you've put some real thought into it.
And we learned that a milestone, like a 60th anniversary, gets royal acknowledgement because it's so rare. So if we connect that back to the journey, it leaves you with a thought to ponder. What does the symbolism of those early years, paper, cotton, leather, really reveal about how a culture views the stages of a relationship, that journey from fragility to resilience?
It makes you wonder about the stories behind those traditions, doesn't it?
It does. Something for you to think about.
Absolutely. Go out there, use your new vocabulary, and make someone's day. Thank you for diving deep with us.